They're sending a message to the world that the American democracy system is a lie. They have no honor.
None.
All your ancestors, as well as mine, fought and paid for that right in blood. That's what them stripes on that flag represent. Yeah. Well, when you wake up, we're going to hate you for the 6 million Indians your ancestors slaughtered. Yet we joined you in wars and made this country great. And this is how you repay us. You violate our treaties, desecrate our gravelands. For what? Corporate entities who want to get rich. All of you will suffer. It's not just us. You will suffer. Your children will suffer. When the corporate entities control the water in the world, shame on this country. The world is watching.
All right, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shema Shai Barakathum to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Taziar from the Prophets of Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida, giving all praises, honor, and glory, infinite blessings unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Raka'ach Chodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach on the Ruel. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect once again. All right, I'm outside. I'm in the elements right now. You know, the weather feels great down here in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you might hear cars passing in the back. But Lord willing, this lesson be edifying, man. All right, so I'm going to edit the video within this, this lesson that I'm doing. Because as you can see, man, you know, you got that Gadite, you know, that brother, which the Gadites are the so-called Native Americans, man. All right, the so-called Native Americans are the Gadites from the tribe. You know, that's a tribe, all right, from the amongst, you know, the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All right, those are the so-called Native Americans, which would be the, you know, the Indians. All right, you got that brother, you know, going in on them damn devils, man. All right, everything he said was straight facts. You know, that man, his people, all right, them people have oppressed our people, man. All right, put our people into slavery. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we feeling it, man. But you're going to see the video for yourself once I edit it in there. You know what I'm saying? But whether he be from, you know, the tribe of Reuben, which are the Seminole Indians, all right, this damn devil, all right, the so-called, you know, white man, the one that's in rulership today, man. Going back to the book of Job 9:24, the one that is in control. All right, this man has oppressed. All right, he has seized, man. You know, he has raped, robbed, murdered. All right, this is how this man has gone into power. You know, this is how this man has multiple embassies. All right, U.S. embassies all across the other nations. Even in his own, all right, enemies, you know, territory, man. This man has, you know, his own shit. You know, if the wicked is not in control today, I don't know who is. You know, the scripture tells you this. But our people, you know, going into slavery, are the Native Americans, all right, the Seminole, you know, Indians, them going into slavery was biblical prophecy. You know what I'm saying? And for the ones that put us into slavery, they're going to get, you know, put into slavery, man. You know, they're going to receive the same punishment that they gave to us, but it's going to be double folded. You know what I'm saying? The book of Revelations, chapter 18, you know, it tells you, man. But let's get straight to it, man. Genesis chapter 49 and verse 19. And it says, Gad, all right, which is, you know, part of the 12 tribes of Israel, which came out of Jacob. All right, Jacob have 12 sons. You know, and within those 12 sons, man, all right, came out, you know, the different tribes of the different people, but they are all one nation, which is the nation of Israel. Gad being the so-called Native Americans, man. Genesis 49 and verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. And that's right, man. You know, if you watch that video one more time that I put up there, you can hear you know, that Godite man saying, all that you did to us, it's gonna be done unto you. The whole world gonna see it. And that's facts. The book of Revelations, chapter 13 to 10 tells you, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, the saints are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man, the minorities. All right, that these people, the world put down. That's God's chosen people, man, and they gonna see it. But it says, Genesis 14:19 again, God, a troop shall overcome him. Yeah, man. Going back to, when Cristobal Colon, which they call Christopher Columbus, all right, when that man came over here to the Americas, all right, it was already people over here, man. It was the tribe of Gad and Reuben. This land was occupied. It wasn't newly discovered. It was already over here. The Lord, give that land to them brothers, man. Our brothers. But what Cristobal Colon did, he came over here, he lied and he deceived, man. All right, he told lies. And when he came over there, he brought slaughter, he brought sword, he brought diseases upon our people. And our people welcomed this dude with open arms. Some did, majority did though, man, because we are a people of peace. City of peace, man. That's what our people are, man. But this man came over, he lied and he deceived and he killed. He couldn't even lay his sword down for a minute, man, for all the slaying and killing, raping and robbing he was doing. All right, let's get this article. I had this article that I pulled up, just so I can get the the receipts, man. And this is on CNN, even though CNN is like, false news. Some shit they put on there is not really reliable. But that's all this man's news, man. You can't really trust this dude. But we know, bro. History tells you itself, man. But it says, why Christopher Columbus wasn't the hero we learned about in school. Exactly, because these people taught, all right, in history, which is his story. All right, these damn Edomites, these Idumeans, telling his history, man. His story. He's telling us his story, man, of what really happened. All right, which he lied to us, man. That shit didn't go down. This nigga didn't come all the way from Great Britain, Spain, where the fuck, and came over here and found the Americas, where nobody was here. He didn't come with hugs and kisses. That nigga came with the sword, man. It's killing, stealing, robbing, and lying. And this is the type of spirit that these damn people have upon them, man. That's why they are labeled the wicked, all right? The so-called white man, woman, and child, man. But let's just go down to what this man was doing, because, all right, let's get what this article says. And it says, students are taught that Columbus is the one who discovered the Americas, sailing across the Atlantic in his 3 ships, the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria. The Italian explorers even celebrated, this nigga's not Italian. The Italian explorers even celebrated every October during a federal holiday named after him. That nigga's not Italian. But the man credited for discovering the New World has been considered a contentious figure in U.S. history. All right, and that's right. Once again, they're telling you this shit in school, which, it's just lies in school, man. All right, they're telling you shit that's not going to help you, and they just telling you his story, all right? They're telling you the story of, the damn Edomites, man. They want you to know what they want you to know, man. They're telling you lies. For his treatment of the indigenous communities he encountered, and for his role in the violent colonization at their expense. Exactly. What they meant to say is the slavery, man. Trying to say colonization, basically trying to say, they trying to make, those words sound smooth, man. With colonization. All right, that's just an easy way of saying slavery, man. Because that's what he did. He came over and he enslaved those brothers, man. He enslaved our people. All right, and a lot of the so-called Negroes and, so-called African Americans, man, you might think you are African American, or you might think you a Judite or a so-called Negro, but you really, you're an Indian, man. You're a Seminole Indian. I just wanted to say that. But it says dozens of cities and states such as Minnesota, Alaska, Vermont, and Oregon have already replaced Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day. And they think that's reparations, man. That's not fucking reparations, bro. Let's just go down to the point. It says, he wasn't the first to discover the Americas. We already know that. That's facts, man. There was no doubt that Columbus' voyages had an undeniable historical impact, sparking the great age of Atlantic exploration, trade, and eventually colonization by Europeans. It's exactly that's where he was. He's a fucking European. According to historian David M. Perry, who wrote, all right, I don't care about that, but Columbus wasn't the first to discover the New World. Exactly. You know, our people was already there. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh, all right, gave that land to our people, all right, to the Gadat and to the Reubenites, man. So that place was already being dwelt, man. You know, our people was already dwelling there. It was occupied. And them going into slavery is biblical prophecy as well. You know, all of our, you know, the nation of Israel going into slavery is biblical prophecy, you know. And you read the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and, you know, in verse 68, man, it'll tell you, you know, the ways of the slave ships. You know what I'm saying? So this was written that this was going to happen. But it says indigenous people had been living here for centuries. By the time he arrived in 1492, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, our people been here, man. But let's look at the things he did. He said he enslaved the natives. All right, Columbus and his men enslaved many of these native people and treated them with extreme violence and brutality. Yes, man. This nigga even bought plagues, man. The pox. All right, he bought the pox, man, on blankets. All right. This man had biological bio warfare. He had that shit down years before it was even called bio warfare, man. You know, this nigga is the wicked, man. How do you literally carry you know, a disease from one place to another on purpose, and then you put it on these you know, another nation, man. You know, that's some demonic evil shit, man. It says he enslaved the natives. Columbus and his men enslaved many of these native people and treated them with extreme violence and brutality. According to, all right, you know, we already know that, man. He brought new diseases. Yeah, man. But let's get the book of Obadiah, because I don't want this class to be too long. The book of Obadiah. Where's it at, man? I passed it. Okay. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. And it says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? That's right, man, because this nigga came over and he just dominated everything. He took everything, man. This nigga didn't leave nothing for us. All right, he took our culture, he took our history, he took our land, our, you know, cattle. He slayed man, he slayed so many water buffaloes. You know, this man just did the most. You know, he didn't leave any land for us, man. He took our kids, you know, and he put them into you know, to these schools to get so they can call it colonized, you know, to get indoctrined, man. Cut their ways off, cut their hairs, you know, beat them into submission to where they forgot their native language, their native tongue, which is, you know, the Ottawa Palau, you know, which is the Hebrew, man. The holy tongue, man. Our people spoke Hebrew. We didn't speak English. And then after all those years of being indoctrinated, slavery, you know, mistreating, this nigga put you on reservations, man. He put you on reservations. He took your land and put you in a cage. You know what I'm saying? Obadiah 1 and 5, if these came to thee, These thieves, man, these fucking Edomites. If robbers by night, which they're robbers, man, how have thou cut off what they not have stolen till they had enough, man? These people didn't have enough, man. They couldn't. His desire is as large as hell, man, as the scripture says. This man wants everything. He doesn't want to share. If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? This man didn't leave us nothing. He didn't leave you nothing, man. Fucking demon. Let's go down to verse 8. And it says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise man out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Exactly. The Lord's going to kill you niggas, man. All right, Edom, all right, which is the house of Esau, man, which is the so-called white man, woman, and child. The Lord's going to destroy these people, man, for the shit that they done, man. Simple as that. And in verse 9 it says, in thy mighty men, O Teman, which is the so-called Russians. Not the Russians. O Teman, which is the Germans, all right, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Exactly. They're part of Esau, Edom too. They're part of the Caucasian race. The Lord has a bone to pick with you niggas, man, for what you have done to his people. And it's simple as that. He gonna kill you. He gonna kill you off, man. The whole lineage, man. All right. The Caucasian race as itself will be cut off as a nation. It will no more be a nation, man. Verse 10, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. All right. It's still going on to this day. It's still going on to this day, man. Our brothers getting killed in the street. All right, because Esau and Jacob were twin brothers, man, from the womb. And truthfully speaking, all actuality that, out of all these other nations, the so-called white man is closer to us spiritually, than any other nation, man. Because those were our forefathers, man. Jacob was our forefathers. The forefather of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Esau was the forefathers of these so-called Caucasians, man. So you can really say that's really our cousins, man. But continue it again. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Exactly, man. It's really to the point where I don't even have to speak on what this man has done. Everybody knows what he has done. They got it in these history books. They got it on Wikipedia, man. They got it on the internet. And the crazy part is they taking it out of these schools. You know what I'm saying? They trying to sweep it under the rug. All right, but what has already, been done, man. The Lord's going to require of that, man. It tells you in the book of Galatians, man. Wherever a man doeth, so that's what he should also reap. I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but because there's no point for me to get it right now. I don't want it to be too long, but it says, that's that violence, man. That's that violence, man. And he has done it not only to, the Native Americans, he have done it to the nation of Israel, in whole, man. All right, the so-called Mexicans, man, which is the Issacharites, man. They face the same, injustice as the so-called Negroes, man. We all catching hell from one dude, man. And it says, for thy violence. All right, what's that violence is, taking us, man. Killing us, selling us. All right. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. The Lord said he gonna cut you off forever, man. All right, your children's, your moms, all right, your fathers. All right, won't be no more so-called white man. Won't be no more so-called white race. The Lord's saying this. And thou shalt be cut off forever. Forever, forever, man. You ain't coming back. Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 31 real quick. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is what happened, man. This is what happened to our brothers, man. This is what happened to the so-called natives, Seminole Indians. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 31. This is the curses, man. This is the curses that we face to this day. And this is what our people has went through and currently going through. All right. But at this point, Deuteronomy 28 and 31, thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes. Exactly. The ox, man. These people literally starved, the natives out. They killed all of the ox, man. Literally. All those buffaloes. That was really the main source of the food, that was like a main, major source of, what we was consuming back then, bruh. The natives, they was eating them buffaloes, man. They had hella buffaloes, but they was slaying them. When Cristobal Colon came over here, when these damn Europeans, which really are called Edomites, came over here, man. They starved out our people. They killed all their cattle. They said, that's why it says, thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. We couldn't eat it, man. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, which is, the donkey, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Simple, man. Everything that we had, it was all taken away from this damn devil. He took everything. And even the things he didn't want, he still took it. So we couldn't have it. All right, so verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. When we were taken and put into slavery, when we were sold, all right, they took our children and it was given to the enemies, man. It was given to these other nations, more so the so-called white man. They literally took your children and you'd never see them ever again. All right. And it's going to get on to that point. It says, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day, because you wouldn't see them again, man. They'd get sold off. And there shall be no might in thine hand. Yeah, because this is divine punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua put upon us, our people, the whole nation, because we did not obey his laws, statutes, commandments. A lot of people might ask, why did natives go into slavery? Why did the so-called Negroes go into slavery? It's because it was divine punishment, man. It was a punishment sent from the Creator, man, because we didn't listen. All right. 33 says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. Man, we didn't know these people, man, when they hopped off them ships, when them Europeans hopped off them ships, man, we didn't know what they was. We didn't know what they was about, man. All right. They came speaking another language. The motherfuckers definitely stunk. They stunk, man. There was a strange people unto us. We didn't know, That's why I said, the fruit of thy land and thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. They took all that, man. Our hard work that we worked for, they took it. And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away. All the way. We were suppressed. Still oppressed to this day. The book of Baruch tells you we are yet is there in our captivity. And we still did not get no justice for the injustice that was put upon us, man. But the Lord got us. Verse 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. Hell yeah, man. Who was mad, man? Great example, man. Look at that brother, man. Fed up. What did they give us for, doing us like that, for doing our people like that, for this man exterminated, damn near the whole race of, the Indians, man, the so-called Indians, man. It's not a lot of Gadites and Reubenites, man. You know, when that man came over here with that sword, when we was getting sold, a lot of our brothers died on the way, you know, to these other countries, man. A lot of our brothers got killed, man. They died. They couldn't even make it. They was dying on the ship from the diseases that this man had brought over here. You know, the smallpox. You know. Yeah, man. We was going through it, man. I'm gonna end it off with this. Isaiah 45. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Isaiah 41. Isaiah 41, I think. 41 5. 45. Is it 41 and 5? No, somewhere in Isaiah. I just found it. Oh, it's Isaiah 14 and 21. All right. And it says Isaiah 14 and 21. And it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. All right. So the Lord said, prepare slaughter, which is death, man. All right. For his children. Whose children? The so-called white man, the so-called Caucasian race, man. You damn Edomites. The Lord said he's going to prepare slaughter for your children. Why? It says, for the iniquities of their fathers. So what your fathers did, your great-great-aunts did, your great-great-cousins, your great-great-grandfathers did, when our people was put into slavery, it's going to fall back upon your heads, okay? Because we had to pay for what our forefathers did, so you have to pay for what your forefathers did. Because you are your forefathers, man. You are those forefathers coming back. There is nothing new under the sun, man. All right? There's nothing new. You've been here before, man. And you're going to have to pay for what you did to the children of Israel. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, the sins that you have done to our people, man. That they do not rise nor possess the land. You're not coming back, man. You're not coming back. You're not going to inhabit this land. You're not inhabiting any land. You're not going to be in the sea of power no more. You're not giving no more orders, man. All right? That they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, man. You know, these fucking stupid ass long goofy looking towers y'all be putting up. You know, these fucking sky caves you guys be putting up in these so-called cities, man. Man, that shit is going to be gone, man. All right? Because you ain't going to be how to say so to tell us to put that shit up, man. We going to be in real shit and you going to be gone. All right? You're going to be gone like a vision of the night. The Lord's going to wipe your whole, you know, nation away, man. You're going to be gone. All right? Verse 22, and it says, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai of hosts, so the Lord of armies, and cut off from Babylon, which is America, the name and remnant, so that you know, that number, and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right, so the Lord said he's going to cut you off, man. And all right, we just telling you, I'm just a messenger, man. All right, don't hate, you know, don't hate the player, man. Hate the game. You know, and you can't do nothing about it, man. We had to go through slavery, so you have to go through it. And after that 1,000 years of slavery, the Lord said he gonna cut you off forever, man. You would never be a nation ever again. All right, you're gonna die. Cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. It's saying son and nephew is because those are both males. All right, the son is a, you know, it's a man, it's a boy. And nephew was a boy as well, which both, you know, they have, you know, they carry the seed, man. And through the seed, a nation is brought, all right? Through the seed of a man, that's how a nation is brought forth. You know, so the Lord says he's gonna kill all your men, your young man, Your older man, your middle-aged man, he gonna kill them all. All right, so you could be a nation no more. And just not them too, your women, all of them gonna be gone. All right, for the righteous, for the it's so much scriptures I could get on this, man. I just don't want this lesson to be too long. Lord, when I hit the point, right here, just know that, you so-called Native Americans, man, you so-called Negroes, all right, and you Latinos, man, we're going to get payback, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All in this lesson was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom.